My name is Richard Stringham. If your board is applying the 10 principles of policy governance, then you have effectively and safely delegated operational matters to the CEO. You've set ends to be achieved, and you've set the boundaries of what's unacceptable in terms of operational decisions, conditions, and actions that the organization might take. But what happens when an external authority comes along and says that the board must make a decision that you have already delegated to the CEO? Well, let's look at an example. If the board was operating under legislation in which the board is required to approve a budget, then the difficulty here is that the board stepping in to approve the budget means that the board has got its fingers into several different operational decisions. On the other hand, if the board doesn't approve that budget, then of course the legislation wouldn't be honored. Another opportunity is for the board to think about just approving the budget that the CEO presents. But if it's doing that, is it really using its duty of care? So the answer lies in something called the required approvals agenda. And in using the required approvals agenda, the board requires that the CEO bring to it the budget along with a special monitoring report. And in that monitoring report, the board is going to look to see whether or not there is compliance with any of the policies that are relevant to that budget. If the board sees compliance, then the board gives its approval. Why wouldn't it? It's the board's policies. But if the board doesn't see compliance, then the board needs to send the budget back to the CEO and get the CEO to revise the budget so it's compliant with its policies. Consequently, the only thing the board is really looking for is whether or not there is compliance with its policies. It's not stepping in to start fiddling with the numbers because, again, that gets its fingers into those operational decisions. It's simply a question of, do we see compliance with our policies? If we do, we give our approval. And the needs of that legislation are effectively met.